What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, February 5th. Now in today's video, I want to talk about a few things. Number one, I want to talk about how retail is feeling and also comparing that to how whales and sharks are feeling regarding the sentiment within the cryptocurrency market. That obviously reflects on Dog Bitcoin. Then I'm going to share with you data and analytics regarding BRC20 tokens versus runes. And why is that important? I want to address some concerns, and also I want to share with you my perspective of what's going on behind the scenes and what we could expect this year. You need to have all the information to kind of gear you in the right direction. And then also I want to share with you how Bitcoin meme coins are at the front and center, why there is this major company that's in the gaming world heavily invested in the Bitcoin meme coin ecosystem. Then at the very end of the video, I want to share with you that I've actually had an amazing conversation with a hedge fund who is going to be buying Dog Bitcoin. I'll share with you some details around that. And then last but not least, we're going to go through charting and analysis. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct message, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Sky zeros, let's get right into it. So Dog Bitcoin right now is roughly around a 290 million market cap, which to me is completely fine. Even if this dropped to around $275 million due to anything, if it was, FUD out there in the market, if it's Bitcoin going down in price, I would still be buying because I know what's going to happen with Dog Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has retraced back. It's down 2%. Like we say on this channel all the time, if Bitcoin takes a dump, everything takes a much harder dump because altcoins, gaming altcoins, meme coins, all these different things will dump much harder. And right now, Dog is down around 10% over the past 24 hours. It used to be right behind Mogcoin. But if you're thinking this is a very unique situation for Dog Bitcoin, if we just go ahead and scroll up, you're going to see other coins such as AI16 down 14%, GigaChad down 15%, AI Companions down 19%, Fartcoin down 19.3%. So it's not just like our coin that is actually taking a hard hit. There's a lot of different meme coins. And in fact, if you've seen the whole meme coin market, they're in the red because of Bitcoin's retracement. In terms of fear and greed index, it's pretty neutral. Actually, just a couple days ago, we were actually in the fear section, but now we're kind of in the middle. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? We're not exactly sure, but right now it's neutral, which is actually really good because right now this is the time where people are probably going to be buying into fears or just buying to people's kind of speculation on what's going to happen in the market. So let's look at the Rune ecosystem, right? So this is the total market cap, 755 million. That's all of Runes all together, okay? Now, the reason I think this is very important is because I need to address a few things. There are only a few Rune tokens that I'm very bullish on, all right? So obviously Dog with the Moon is one, $1 billion cap, Pups, even Memento Mori, and maybe a few other ones, but just those four at the moment. We do know that Casey Rodamore created the Memento Mori, $1 billion cat, has an amazing community, completely organic, and also Pups, World Peace, which is part of the Bitcoin Puppets, another great community as well. Now, my expectations are that these are the blue chips, right? And these are going to probably do pretty well this year. But what you don't know is that the other runes aren't doing so well. And that's mainly because it's oversaturated. But just like Solana meme coins are oversaturated. There's a ton of pump and dumps. But the difference is that runes is a little bit harder to buy and sell things because of friction. And don't worry, that's something that we're going to address regarding Ordinals and this major gaming company that has complete exposure and investment within this company. Now, let's look at this news, okay? So this is BRC20 tokens. This is something I want to share with you because it's actually really important to study data, okay? So BRC20 tokens, their volume and etching has actually increased over the past few months, ever since November. And why is that? Well, it could be due to the speculation of BRC 2.0. So in Q3 of this year, you heard me right, Q3 of this year, it's not happening anytime soon. Apparently BRC20 tokens are supposed to have an upgrade, and probably why you're seeing a little bit more BTC flow into BRC20 tokens rather than Ordinals and Runes. And if you could pay attention to the on-chain volume on Dune Analytics, yes, you can see that right now BRC20s, ever since November, which is this little like white little bars right here, or bar patterns, this is the BRC20 dominance, while Runes is actually quite low. Now, what this is due is people are etching or creating new BRC20 tokens, and also people are trading BRC20 tokens. Keep in mind, many of these BRC20 tokens are actually on tier 1 centralized exchanges. But believe it or not, even with this massive volume that they have in trading volume, and regardless of their tier 1 centralized exchanges, believe it or not, Dog Go to the Moon is still flipping Ordi. Okay, check this out. So without the manipulation that's going on with tier 1 centralized exchanges, so say for instance Ordi has around 87 million in daily trading volume, okay, and yet they have a market cap of $257 million. Then you look at Dog Bitcoin, only had $12 million in trading volume as of today, but has a $293 million market cap. So this is the thing. You're seeing data that, yeah, there's a little bit more transaction volume or trading volume and also etching within BRC20 tokens, and that you're seeing there's a little bit of dominance of BRC20 tokens with tier 1 centralized exchange listings. But then you're looking at the free and fair movement that has 0 tier 1 centralized exchange listings, and you're seeing it have a higher market cap. So this is the thing that I mentioned before, is that right now, tier 1 centralized exchanges don't promise anything. In fact, it allows for these centralized exchanges to actually dump on your token as much as well. Ordi and Sats, which are BRC20 tokens, are very popular in Asia. And regardless of that, they haven't flipped Dog Bitcoin. And also, if you don't know, the Wizard token, which is on a BRC20, is actually migrating to runes in February. So this is why I'm saying do not focus on BRC20s, even the BRC 2.0. I hate to say it, I'm not a big fan of them. There's a plenty of videos out there that is, especially CoinGecko, which I'm going to put a link on the upper hand side on YouTube, that describes how BRC20 tokens, since they're built on Ordinals, how their UTXO model is completely wasteful. So whatever upgrade that they have, I'm so sorry. I don't care if you're a developer, if you're a founder. I'm not bullish on BRC20 tokens. I'm so sorry. Like, it's completely dead to me. Now, let's talk about the top 3 meme coins by market cap, okay? Regardless of what you think around Bitcoin meme coins, they make 0.02% of Bitcoin's market cap, right? So you have to consider that this is at the point where most retail investors will not buy. And the reason they will not buy is because they're scared. They're scared of losing more money. Rails and sharks, what we do is that we actually buy these dips. It's because we have a ton of liquidity, to be very honest with you and being frank with you. We can literally dump a whole bunch of liquidity into these specific tokens and just wait it out. And so what we'll do is we'll wait for retail to exit, we'll buy their positions, and when things start to pump, in all honesty, whales and sharks, we're going to end up selling when we reach in the multi-billions of dollars while retail is actually buying in. That's kind of how it works. It's always been the kind of game. That's something that you need to know. So this is why I try to share with you what's actually going on behind the scenes, so you could beat the sharks and the whales, so that you don't have to be the exit liquidity, if that makes sense. So you don't have to be treated like Shiba Inu, Pepe, Floki, Dog, Whiffat, Ponk. Even Popcat, say for instance, Popcat dropped 90% in its market cap. Okay, these are all insider allocations. Now let's talk about how Dog performed in the recent capitulation when we saw Dog reach around a 220 million market cap, or was it 250? I don't actually remember. But we saw that Xverse had their Rune swap record really high trading volume. It was the highest trading volume in 2025 so far. And this is huge. That means people saw that dip, they dollar cost average, and they accumulated as much Dog as they can. They continue to this day. Now, in other news, I want to talk about Odin.fund. So I did not know this, but apparently Animoca Brands invested in the proof of valuable work model on Blyth protocol. Now, this protocol helped initiate Odin.fund, which right now is the fastest platform for trading Bitcoin meme coins. Now, this is the amazing thing, okay? So the early highlights mentioned that there were over 100 Bitcoin in trading volume, 2,150 tokens minted, 10,000 K plus users experiencing 2-second finalities. Now, the reason this is important is because once OG runes such as Dog, Pups, and Billion Dollar Cat, even Memento Mori, and all those other runes are implemented within this platform of Odin.fund, it's going to be a game changer for sure. Because I think one of the biggest things that people don't like as of right now is easy trading experiences. And as you can tell, we saw what happened on the website where you can connect your Xverse, your OKX wallet, your Leather wallet, your Magic Eden wallet, how you can connect it, trade your Bitcoin very easily, and sell your Rune tokens very easily. It's basically what we're seeing on Pump.fund, but happening on the Bitcoin side. It's literally happening right now as we speak. Now, I just want to give an update for everybody. So yesterday, I had an amazing conversation with an LA-based hedge fund, which I cannot share. It's confidential, and there's a reason for that, that has over $1.2 billion in digital assets. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Sol, and XRP as their main cryptocurrencies that they have and hold. They have others as well, but this is the only ones that they mentioned in the meeting. But also, I pitched to them Dog Bitcoin and why that's really important. Now, at first, they were not interested in meme coins, but the reason I brought this up, I had to describe the free and fair fundamental fundamentals, how it aligns with Satoshi Nakamoto's pretty much idealistic values of what Bitcoin stands for, and also had to share with him how it's secure and decentralized because it's built on top of Bitcoin. There's no insider allocations, yada yada. I gave him the whole spiel. And the first thing they wanted to know is that was it on Coinbase? Now the reason this is important is because this hedge fund is an SEC registered investment advisory firm, which provides digital assets, managing solutions, and so much more, like treasury managements, from crypto asset managements, and also strategy and consulting. So they actually have to be able to comply with those rules with the SEC. But I had a feeling from our conversations that because it wasn't on Coinbase, they were not going to invest more than like $1 million, $2 million. In fact, they only were considering $950,000 as a minimum to invest in this Bitcoin meme coin, which is Dog Go to the Moon. And the reason that's important is because if Coinbase or any other legitimate centralized exchange were to support Dog Rune, they'd be buying more. So this is something that I think is very good for everybody to know. Now, one thing that they mentioned quite a few times, which is liquidity and execution, right? And that's usually around the source of liquidity from like over the counter or dark pools or maybe like direct market buys to minimize slippage. And also they had to talk about compliance and reporting, right? Like tax implications or regulatory compliance. Another thing that we talked about was strategy, right? What is the strategy for Dog Bitcoin? Because if somebody invests in something, especially a hedge fund, they want to know what the potential upside is. So I had to tell them how Dog Rune represents a very small percentage compared to Shiba Inu or Dog Wifa and these other chains. This meeting was literally over an hour, and it was absolutely exciting. And to see their eyes kind of glow and be excited about this, about a meme coin for that matter, to me it was really quite exciting. So the next steps I'm going to be meeting up with a few different people, right? So a head of trading, the CIO, which is the chief investment officer, and also their digital asset specialist. These people are going to decide the allocation, if they're going to be buying the specific amount in one purchase or multiple buys throughout the 3-4 quarters of this year. Then we have to talk about research and like market intelligence, which is also tracking on-chain data, any of the whale wallets. So usually I'll be using Genie data or anything that could be shared within the on-chain analytics. It's also tokenomics, all this other stuff. So this is very exciting. So in a nutshell, when I'm looking at this price and my conversations and how runes are very undervalued right now, obviously I'm always buying. Runes have been dead. This is runes, by the way, dead 3.0. Okay, we had runes are dead 1.0 over here, runes are dead 2.0, runes are dead 3.0. This is always the case. And every single time that there is always a runes are dead, there's always this parabolic run that happens right after. But there's going to be this next one, which I think is going to be the god candle of all god candles, right? That's just my personal belief. It does not mean it's factual, but just based on what I'm seeing in the overall atmosphere with Odin.fund, with Vector.fund, with Slingshot, and also these hedge funds, and also this on-chain data regarding runes not having as much activity compared to BRC20 tokens. Eventually all that like money that's on BRC20 tokens is going to rotate over to runes. That's just a fact in my personal opinion. But this to me is where I'll be dollar cost averaging. And so as much as I try to tell people what's really going on, it's really not hard to be convinced that this is going to be one of the top things. Okay, Bitcoin meme coins are going to be here, and they're going to be here for the rest of the year, and they're going to dominate this year. And to see how well Bitcoin meme coins have performed, and especially haven't pulled back as much compared to Solana meme coins and Ethereum meme coins that dumped 90%. Yeah, Bitcoin meme coins are specifically, especially runes, are the meta this year. So in a nutshell, now you have all the news and all the updates. And so hopefully this video has been very informative for you. I'll try to keep everybody updated what's going on in the market on a day-to-day basis regarding Dog Bitcoin. But if you want to support this channel, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog Bitcoin. Until then, see you guys and girls next time.